Hi, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, hi. Um, my name is Andrea and this is Andrea Planning. I have been waiting for this order, it seems like forever. And now that it's finally here, I really can't wait a moment to use it. So come on back and let's see what unfolds. Hey everyone, thanks for coming back. I'm getting ready to dive into using this Wakanda Forever sticker pack from Rose Shadow Collection. It's my first purchase from this company, and I believe they advertise themselves as a luxury line, and they came through. You're gonna see that I am constantly touching these stickers because just touching them felt so good. And then do you see the colors on here? They're so dynamic. It definitely matches the dynamic backdrop of the film Wakanda Forever. So here's what's happening. I originally filmed this, talking through it regularly without a voiceover, and saw that it was like over an hour long. Because you know what? It was an emotional experience using this, and it was an emotional experience from the film. I think I carried it over in doing this, doing this spread, and it just was long. Plus, it was late at night when I filmed this, and I think I just sound more depressive in the original, and but mostly it was because of the time. I was like, yeah, no one wants to sit through an hour long, so I decided to fast forward and do this voiceover. So I'm getting ready to do this spread using the help of the Mojo Jojo black boxes and more. And then I'm looking through this Happy Planner box set to see if I want to bring in the gold boxes as well, because I don't know what this set was designed to be used for, but the boxes are obviously not for the happy planner size. Like there were no big boxes and everything like that. So I think this is a kit for another type of planner, but I'm going to marry it with the with Mojo Jojo's boxes to make it fit. So these stickers here that I'm about to peel off are the dates, the days, Monday through Sunday days. And then the top one you're going to see is this week. So have you guys seen it? Have you seen Wakanda Forever? Have you experienced the wonder that is this film? I heard one person say that it wasn't as good as the first, and I was like, I don't know what you could be. I'm all about valuing everybody's opinion and so forth. I just didn't get it. Um, and it was secondhand, so I didn't wasn't able to like talk to that person about it. But it seems to me that the two films are very different. They're just very different. One was about let's find out, let's learn about Wakanda, let's the joy and the exuberance and the like celebration. And then one was like we knew from the trailers and so forth that it was going to be about a lot of mourning and it's going to be heavy and so forth. So the first one was heavy in excitement, and the second one was heavy with the processing difficulties. And I think both films were equally wonderful. Um, Maybe because it's more recent, but I would even say that Wakanda Forever was even more wonderful. Um, so yes, I'm just gonna go across and lay the days down, and I really think I really enjoy doing. I heard one other creative called it like date decoration or date, right? But I do think that decorating the dates help with the overall look of the spread. Um, so here is my thoughts on this first purchase from Rose Shadow. I purchased this. I placed the order back at the end of October, and I really thought that was going to be enough time to get the stickers in time for the film. And so I was very disappointed when I didn't get it in time for the film. Um, in talking about it with someone else that had ordered there, then I learned that if I'd paid attention to the site, that it is made to order. So it's not like she has these, or he, I don't even know who, I didn't look at who the owner is, but it doesn't look like the company has, these laying in stacks and so forth. So they are made to order. And I think it's like, expect a 3 week thing. But even that, like there were some things, like I ordered something from Japan at the same time that I placed this order, and that came in first. So there were little things that were annoying. So that process was annoying. Um, but overall, like you have that one person that gets you upset, usually like a sibling that gets you upset, but then they say a joke or something and you just forget everything that you were warring in your head about with them. Like you cursed them out great in your head. But when you saw them in person and they made that joke, it all went away and no other discussion was needed. It was kind of like that with this. Like I was so annoyed and I was like, never going to purchase from them again. And I was very annoyed with the process. But then when this package arrived, let me tell you guys, it just feels so good. And I am ever so grateful that such a wonderful product was made to go with such a wonderful film. I really wanted to celebrate this experience in my planner, and I'm glad that this product was made. I appreciate it. And and so overall, even with the annoyance, and there's another annoyance that I'm going to talk about later on, um, with the product, that overall I appreciate. I would have bought this again, um, just adjusting my expectations. So anyway, you're going to see that I'm going through looking at how to add this in. That is the this week sticker. So some other reflections on the movie. So the movie itself, I mean, just the trailer alone, just the build up for it was emotional, right? I got teary just from the build up of Wakanda Forever. That song that was what do they call it? They don't call it a cover. That was the cover of the Bob Marley song, and then how it just flowed into everything's gonna be all right, into that other song. That whole experience was just yes, yes, let's do this. So, and then the talk, amongst the community about like we're all wearing white and we're doing this and that. It was just I was ready. Um, However, it turns out that, we have two small children, and my husband and I, the best way that we know how to date in this season of life is to do day dates. Because at the time, that's his schedule allowed for, our schedules allowed for that. I will say that things have changed now, and we have to figure out actually how to do things at night because now he's at a new job. But that's another story. Anyway, so we went the Tuesday morning after the film came out, and ended up, I just ended up wearing like white pants. I mean, a white top and a white tee and jeans. Not, the whole galore thing that I had in my head in what I wanted to wear. I did dress in African wear for the first film, but for this film, it was just, a white tee and shirt. But and then because it was a Tuesday morning, there was hardly anybody else in the theater with us, and um, I miss that we didn't get to watch it with, experience it with a large crowd and so forth. But I also heard from one person, for instance, who when they went to the theater, um, it was late at night, and there were people there with children, with young children, and so like moms would have to take the children out to calm them down and so forth. There was a podcaster that I heard that she was one of those moms that went there with her children, and so missed some of the film in order to deal with the child because the movie is long, and so forth. But I do understand that some people, that's the only way the movie. It was important for them to see the movie, and the only way to see it was to take the children with them, and what a great example it is for the culture, for them to experience it too, and so forth. So I get the thought behind it, but it just wasn't very effective way of doing it. So I am glad I didn't have to contend with interruptions in the experience. Um, so the experience, I think, from the opening credits, to the post credit scene, they honored Chadwick, they honored Black Panther. It was a phenomenal job. Ryan Coogler, the writer, did so well. I listened to this podcast interview of him, and where he reflected on the process of writing Wakanda Forever, how it was a daunting task and so forth because the importance of it and everything, and then finished writing it just to find out that just to get the horrible news of Chadwick's passing, and then considering for like a millisecond replacing him, it's just like no, let's not do that. And so rewriting the film, I am curious as to what stayed and what changed, you know but there are certain things that we just don't get to know. But the final product was definitely glorious. So I'm laying down washi. I don't remember what I'm talking about here, but I'm laying down the washi, and I don't know if you can really pick up that there's some reflection of gold on the washi strip, and I just really, I really love that. I mean, gold, shiny gold is definitely one of my favorite colors. I mean, look, I have gold scissors, I have gold tweezers. Like pink and gold are my colors. So I loved the gold reflector shine in this sticker pack. So back to the film, I really think that I really appreciated the authenticity that the film did in honoring grief, like Shuri's and Queen Mother and oh glory, but the other actors, the other characters, how they went through, the anger, the denial, the depression, the bargaining, and then the acceptance, and the burning of their mourning garments. What a wonderful, wonderful tribute. Oh, I am sorry. I am so sorry. I meant to open this um, film with a warning that there's definitely going to be spoilers in here. So if you have not seen it, please just stop. If you plan to see it, just stop and come back after you've seen the film, because I am speaking openly, and I'm definitely will be dropping spoilers for the film, and I will hate to spoil it for you. For instance, a big one is Killmonger. That's who Shuri sees. It makes complete sense. It made complete sense, but that's not what I was expecting right before it happened. But it made such complete sense, and that is what I'm talking about with the authenticity of this film. Like, of course, that's who she's gonna see because she is in anger, and nobody knows your family. I know he wasn't raised with them, but nobody knows your family like your cousins. Like your cousins know your family, and of course, it made sense that that is who would be challenging her with her choices and so forth. They're like, you're not a child anymore. You can't just go off willy nilly and say like being a child is what lets you get away with this. You are a person. You are a princess. Um, you are a person of influence, of great influence. So think about your choices. Is this what you want to do? And he just made her face the trajectory that she was on. Like, is this is what you're about to do? Really? And and I love that. I loved that scene. That was definitely one of those I leaned in when that happened. Um M'Baku, the relationship that he had with Shuri, I really, really appreciated that. Um, he just provided her space and wisdom to navigate her new role, to especially as she when she became queen after. Oh my gosh, when Queen Mother died, I was talking about this with my therapist yesterday. When Queen Mother died, I was stuck. I was stuck in that, which isn't that what trauma is? When you're stuck in something else, yet you have to keep going because you had to pay attention to what the film is still going, right? And that's what happens in life. A traumatic event happens, but life don't stop. The sun has the nerve to come back up. The troubles still have are still existing. Children still need to be fed. This still needs to be done. Life's still going on. You still have to get up and go to work the next day. Like life is disrespectful to the traumatic to trauma and grief and so forth. So here I'm talking about the box, how I use this box for making notes for the next week, and it was what was I trying to say? Oh, so I often use the gel pen to take out the black lines because whiteout for me I think leaves too big of a difference, like it's so obvious, whereas the gel pen is not so apparent that it was used to take out the black lines when need to, so you don't see that bleed through the white. And a note on that one sticker that was a tribute to from the film. That sticker was a tribute to Chadwick or to Black Panther and to T'Challa. And I was surprised when I picked it up and found out it was two different stickers. And so that was one of the disappointments that I had with this sticker pack. Um, I don't know if it's a limitation of the machine or whatever, but um, it was not apparent to me when I first picked it up that it was going to be two different stickers, and then it cut out the middle part. But I think I did a pretty good job of realigning the two halves so that you couldn't tell. I even asked my mom to look at it, and she couldn't tell that it was that there was a piece missing, that there was a slender piece missing. But that said, I was annoyed. I was annoyed when I saw that happened. Anyway, back to Queen Mother's death. Like her sacrifice for Riri, just spoke to who she is. Who that character is. And listen, I'm a big fan of Angela Bassett. Huge. Um, and then Neymar. Oh, I mean, I get the trauma. That I can't imagine the trauma that he went through um, for his mother and with his mother, and the his whole culture, and how they had to basically find a new place to live and everything like that, and how the tenacity that they showed to continue to live and to exist. Um, so of course they're upset when their existence is threatened. And I am interested to see, how that relationship is going to carry out in the future. Um, because he talked about how they're going to need us. Wakanda's going to need us, and let's see what's going to happen. Um, what else? I love humor. I loved how humor was used throughout the film. Yes, it was used, to break up the heaviness of everything that was happening. So here, this is how I transformed the Mojo Jojo boxes um, to look like they belong to with the Wakanda Forever boxes and artwork. Just using the deco to decorate the boxes and transform them in such a way. And y'all pray for me while I try to realign these two halves again. But anyway, what was I saying? Humor. Humor was used so artistically well in this film. And I just think that it is a perfect example of how humor is used in life. Like how we use humor to help us carry the heaviness of life. I think humor reminds us that, you know, yes, there is all this hard, crappy stuff. And there is joy still to be had in life. So it ushers in, it helps us to continue having joy even while we're processing difficult things and living through difficult things. So I appreciated the humor of this. Like when they went to Riri's room, that whole thing about her, Akoya's head being ashy or something like that. That whole thing was hilarious. It was just hilarious. And then the whole movie, like throughout the movie, the beauty of the clothing and the scenery and just everything was just so dynamic. And yo, the representation of Haiti, glorious. I'm just glorious. Like, yes, there is so much turmoil going on in that country right now, which is why I guess it makes sense that they didn't film there. I did talk to someone else who is from Haiti. I'm not from Haiti. And, just their thought of what do you think about the film not being there? Because since it wasn't filmed there, I don't know how things work and so forth. But my thought is that since it's not filmed there, then Haiti didn't benefit from their country being represented financially. Um, but the individual talked about, well, it's just not safe right now. It's really not safe right now. So it makes sense that the film, um, when they filmed certain parts that were in Haiti, that they didn't do it actually in Haiti. Um, but that, and then the little boy, guys, the little boy, T'Challa's son. Ah, isn't he beautiful? And just, I hear you can keep a secret. Like, I just loved it. I loved it so much. And then that post credit scene was, it just ushered in hope, right? It just showed us that there is hope for Black Panther in the future. And I am just wondering, I've heard people talk about like, are they going to, how in MCU they can go to the future and they can jump around the timeline and so forth. And then there are other, um, what you call it, other universes or other timelines going on. So I wonder if they're going to bring an older version of him for some conflict that's happening presently or whatever. I don't know, but that little boy, I just loved it. I loved that T'Challa had a child and that Queen Mother met him before she passed and that Shuri got to find out that she's an aunt and all this stuff. Like, you never know what's right around the corner. You never know what awaits you if you put your foot forward and, go through life and really, really just do the forward movement and do the work to process what you're going through. I I walked away from this film empowered, which is my word for the year, by the way. My word for 2022 was empowered or is empowered, and I did walk away from this film empowered. I was empowered by tenacity, empowered by hope, and that hope that we can survive through the hardest things. Um, the intelligence that was filmed. I mean, the black girl magic was on point in here. Then the grace, because when Okoye lost the princess to Neymar, after Queen Mother did not want her going out, she warned against it, and and then they went anyway. And just for her to to lose yet another child, not knowing, I don't know if my child is safe. I don't know. Like, Okoye could have been killed. Like, rightfully, she could have been killed. So to be stripped of her rank was the least, the least that could happen. But I get that, but that was so hard to watch because I mean, Homegirl turned in her husband in Black Panther. She in the original in the first film, she turned in her husband for the nation, and so you'll think that that would protect her from any um, judgments of future actions. But go on ahead and lose the princess, and all of that is put behind. All of that is forgotten. Not totally forgotten, because again, she could have lost her life, and instead she was stripped of her ranking. But man, was that hard to watch. But the fact that Okoye had the grace to accept her punishment and the grace to still play a part after that happened, right? Because she played a part when someone called on her for help. Like, that girl, that woman, that individual really served her country well. I mean, talk about love of country. Yeah, that was hard to watch. That was hard to watch, and I appreciated the grace of Queen Mother as well, Queen Ramonda, um, when she explained her actions with, have I not lost everything? I've lost my both children for this country. I have lost everything. Like, that speech was so powerful. Y'all, I cannot wait to watch this again and again when it's streaming on Disney Plus. Like, there's no way this is I'm only watching this one time. Like that is definitely something I need to watch again. Um, yeah, it was really just such powerful things again and again throughout this film. Look, what do you guys think? It's coming together, right? This spread. I and I tell you, I couldn't stop touching the stickers. They did feel luxurious. Like the black on the strips and so forth felt like leather, and like not leather, like velvet. And I'm definitely not going to have any sticker go to waste. Like, whatever is not used here, I'll probably use in like a daily spread. So that last sticker that I put down was a weekly what do you call it, like when you're tracker, a weekly tracker. It's called a tracker. And then I'm just adding some more deco throughout to really transform the Mojo Jojo boxes to look as if they came with this Wakanda Forever kit. So I'm putting in these for my top three, to put down my top three for the week, my focus for the week. And what else? I did want to share post-credit respect. Yes, it is in the culture of MCU. Like, if when you go to see an MCU film, you stay seated until, because there's going to be a post-credit scene, and you don't want to miss that because it's an important clue as to what's happening. However, on top of that, I like watching. I like sitting through sitting through the credits of a film. I think the music and reading some of the names of the people who worked on the film shows respect. And not only that, and maybe it's just because I'm a deep empath, but that moment is helpful for me to really say goodbye to the film. And so, yeah. So here is the end of this spread. I thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. And have a great day.